The Super Mario Bros. Movie. So this tells the story of who gives a damn. We all know what it's based on, the most iconic video game character of all time, and it adapts the simple premise to the big screen. Two plumbers get transported to the Mushroom Kingdom and have to save the world from the evil Bowser, a big fire-breathing dragon turtle hybrid thingy. I've never known what this guy is. Now, I've got quite a lot to say in this video, so if you want to go straight to my review of this film, skip to here. But if you're interested in me quickly talking about my history with the Mario games, and my thoughts on the video game adaptation curse, stick around. So all of this Mario buzz has got me all nostalgic, reflecting on my history with the iconic jumping plumber. I've adored Mario since my earliest memories, so I decided to go back to the place where it all began for me. My nan's old house. Right there. Right there. That's where it all began. She wasn't there for too long, probably less than a year, but the time I spent there has lasted me 30 years ever since. My uncle had an NES, and we played it religiously. We played Mario like crazy. That was the beginning of my love for Mario. I remember always playing as Luigi, because it was like Mario but with a different skin. Looked awesome. Luigi is still my guy, by the way. And this is back in the days before Luigi was blue and green. He was white and green. And it all began there. Even Sonic. I do remember one day he got a Sega with a load of Sonic games. And I was 4 years old and I was already involved in a love triangle. Mario and Sonic. But I wasn't involved in that war. I can love them both equally.
Boy, stop! You can both marry me!
As a result, I'm just not seeing the same thing as you guys. All you're seeing is a decent little house in a dirty lane. But me? I'm seeing a wonderland. Ironically, memory lane. I was 4 years old, guys, playing around here with my uncle and his friends, pretending to be Mario and Luigi. Here, my imagination was sparked and I was inspired by a load of wacky, imaginative worlds. And now that I'm a creative grown-up, I can see that it all began here. Heck, I spent most of my 20s making electronic music and most of it was inspired by the games I played back then. On a quick side note, my music isn't out yet, but I'm sure it will all be released in 2024. The point is, those days are still alive in me. They're still with me to this day. And it's not just due to nostalgia, it's because Mario and the rest were just that damn good. Mario has been with me since the beginning, so you bet your sweet ass I have been begging for this movie. Luigi, yes! Oh, but that begs the question, why would I get excited for a movie adaptation of a game franchise I adore, when most game adaptations suck? Like the dreaded video game curse has been going on for 30 years now, and the original Super Mario movie was pretty much the film that started this curse. So why would I allow myself to get excited for this? Well, sorry to keep dragging this out, guys, but I gotta make this point. The answer is, I think the video game curse has been lifted already. And I'm not just talking about the exquisite first season of The Last of Us, which we got recently. As I said in my recent review of that season, I think there's enough decent game adaptations out there. Like the Mortal Kombat adaptations have been the most consistent in my eyes. I never liked the original 1995 film, but man, it has a passionate fan base, and for a reason, right? And I haven't seen them, but the animated Mortal Kombat Legends films have been pleasing fans left, right and center. But the one that pleased me the most was the recent Mortal Kombat film. As flawed as it was, I liked it so much. Mortal Kombat has just been nailing those adaptations, but not just that, I thought the Silent Hill movie was very faithful to the games and I really liked it. It was very creepy. And even though they were nothing like the games, I do like the two Sonic films we got so far, and I'm a real fan of Final Fantasy The Spirits Within. It does touch me. And come on, 2018's Tomb Raider, the original Resident Evil movie, Detective Pikachu, they're all okay in my eyes. And there are still plenty of others that I'm yet to see that other people do like. Warcraft, Need for Speed, Prince of Persia, The Witcher, Arcane and Halo series, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. Again, I haven't seen any of these, but damn, they have solid fan bases, so I think we can all agree that game adaptations can be good. In my eyes, the curse has been lifted, so I think my excitement for this new Super Mario Bros. Movie is justified. But of course, I could be wrong. I'm recording this before going to the cinema, so you never know. Let's go check it out.
One cinema visit later.
Okay, well, I'm back now. I don't usually do this. I don't normally record myself like this. I just like to use my cartoon avatar in order to review films, but I do think this is necessary. Really don't need these things, but you know. Well, I was right. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is not exquisite, it's nothing phenomenal, but it's official proof that the video game curse is over. This film is badass. In fact, this just might be the best game-to-movie adaptation I've ever seen. There's enough here for everyone. If you're a fan of the older Mario games, the newer ones, or if you've never played the games before, you'll still get a decent, fun, action-packed, funny, family-friendly film. This is awesome. And my favorite thing about this is how it feels like Mario. Look, as I said, I do like the two Sonic films we've had so far, but my biggest gripe with them was how Sonic just had to be transported to our universe rather than being entirely CGI, sticking to his universe and making a big story out of the game's premise. Well, the Super Mario Bros. Movie did that in spades and proves to me just how much better those Sonic films could have been. This is all CGI and it just looks fantastic. Almost every character from the games are here and they all look and act how they should. It adapts the source material brilliantly. Even the music was from the games. Again, the Sonic games had iconic songs and none of them made it to the films. Well, this Mario film yet again fixes that problem and mostly turns all of those classic Mario songs into orchestral pieces. Wasn't so into how a lot of them were just medleys, and there were some strange licensed songs that I don't really think suited this film, but still, I like the sound of this. This is banging. Like, it looks and sounds like a Mario film. I'm happy. Wait, let me try this anyway. Bing, bang, boom. So I just have it like that, pulsating with all of the sounds throughout the review. Nah, that's gonna get annoying after a while. That's badass, man. I love that. The writer, Matthew Fogel, I think that's how you say his name, had a big challenge when adapting the game to film. Because, I mean, let's face it, guys, the source material never had a deep story. Like, we just had some fun, light-hearted characters with primitive motives and little dialogue. So in order to adapt it all to film, the writer had to add so much to the mythology, which could have gone either way. Like, everything this guy added to these characters could have turned the entire fanbase into a load of abusive, toxic turds. Translating Mario to the big screen is no easy task, and that's why I commend Matthew Fogel and the rest of the filmmakers for their efforts, because they did such a great job. The characters, the lore, the power-ups, the worlds, it was all from the games, and yet all of the original details they added worked so well. For example, even though they weren't fully utilized or deep, Mario's family are in this film, and I love them. They were stereotypical Italians from Brooklyn, but damn, they made me giggle. It was awesome finally seeing where Mario and Luigi came from. Plus, there's this great gag with them fixing a bathroom and a horrible dog. None of this was from the games and I was laughing my ass off. But then we go to the Mushroom Kingdom and everything from the games was just painted onto the screen in all of its colorful glory. I was like a kid on Christmas, man. Like, there's way too much to mention, so I'll just give a quick example. Dry Bones, those dreaded turtles who you just couldn't kill in the games. They're here, and their whole sequence with Luigi played out like a funny, charming, kid-friendly zombie scene. It's brilliant. But speaking of Luigi, I do have to say that I found it a bit odd how Luigi needed rescuing instead of Princess Peach. Usually it's Peach who gets kidnapped by Bowser, so this kind of felt a bit too random to me. And this may be due to woke culture. Like, we can't have the only female character in a film be a damsel in distress nowadays, right? She had to be a badass. But you know what? Thankfully, most of this worked for me. Like, not only did Peach have some badass scenes, but she also gave some decent exposition. I wasn't so keen on how they shoehorned in her backstory. It didn't go anywhere really, so it was kind of pointless, but still, I liked her a lot. In fact, I liked her more than I did in the video games. Clearly they did something right. Now, even though I do think it gets a little bit too crazy toward the end of the film, there is a lot of action in this flick, and I thought it looked fantastic. It's all colourful and explosive and imaginative, and seeing these iconic characters jumping all over the place kicking ass, along with a load of great callbacks to the old school 2D Mario games, worked for me. And I especially love the voices in this game. I know loads of people were worried about Chris Pratt not sounding like Mario, but come on, it's me, Mario. That would get annoying real quick. I don't know why everyone wanted that voice to be in this film. I don't think it would have worked for me. There's a great gag in the beginning as well, which explains why Mario doesn't sound the way he did in the games. Funny as hell. Charlie Day as My Guy Luigi was freaking fantastic. I couldn't ask for anyone better. But the one who stole the show was Jack Black as Bowser. Holy moly. I loved him so much, and I wish he had a lot more depth, and I wish he was in the film a lot more as well. Like, he does have plenty of scenes, but I do wish he was given a lot more attention. And just to throw in my 10 cents, I've been voice acting for years, and I found all of this inspiring. Seriously, these guys did such a good job with all of these characters, and this is the type of shit I want to get involved with. The only voice I was unsure of was Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Now, he's not bad, it's just that it didn't feel like Donkey Kong, it was Seth Rogen. Minus the adult humor. He even does his Seth Rogen laugh. Still, the voice acting was fantastic, and even though the characters weren't particularly deep, I enjoyed this. This is Mario, it doesn't need to have a deep overall message. I never played the games for the story, I just wanted a load of fun, and I got it. However, despite all of these praises, there is one issue here that stops me from seeing this film as truly amazing. Its runtime and pacing. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is an hour and 20 minutes long. That's just far too short for all it's trying to do. It has to introduce all of the lore, characters, worlds, and a big war. It's just too much. And I didn't see it struggling until the midpoint when Donkey Kong got introduced. Mario goes to Donkey Kong to get help from him and his army in order to take on Bowser. And as I said, Seth Rogen is okay, and the fight scene between Mario and Donkey Kong is actually one of the best parts of the film for me. But still, it's just another character they forced into the plot who doesn't get all that much development. Not to mention Donkey Kong's army. And in my opinion, they just didn't need to be here. Yoshi and his army could have easily taken Donkey Kong's place. They wouldn't require much dialogue or development. Plus, Yoshi is from the Mario games. Apart from the OG Donkey Kong game and some spin-offs, Mario and Donkey Kong never really met in the games. So it just felt like they crammed him in there just to expand this Nintendo universe and maybe give Donkey Kong his own film later on. Now, I'm totally up for a Nintendo universe in movie form, but they introduced him way too early and it just cluttered up the pace for me. And then after that, it just continues rushing through so much big stuff that it throws at you. Trust me guys, I'm a massive fan of Mario Kart, but that whole sequence to me was just a rushed action scene. Nothing really came of it, it was just a load of spectacle, and then after that, Mario and Donkey Kong get swallowed by a giant eel, and instead of it feeling like that awesome whale-swallowing scene from Finding Nemo, where the characters are in there given time to breathe and reflect on their thoughts and learn something from it, Mario and Donkey Kong just bust out of that thing within a minute, and it's like, Christ, can you guys just slow down? You're throwing way too much at me. Like, it was all so fast-paced and crammed so much in such a short period of time. It was nuts. It kind of felt like a music video, like a load of fancy imagery with little context, and just a load of colors put on the screen. There's little downtime where the characters can express their feelings or deal with some type of inner conflict. It's just a load of spectacle, and I didn't need this. I was never bored, and I was entertained by everything I was seeing. I just wish they slowed down, removed this Donkey Kong B-plot, and this Mario Kart section and just used it to develop a load of the characters. Again, Peach needed more development, and I do wish Bowser had some more scenes. In fact, a bigger conflict between Mario and Bowser would have been much more interesting. But instead, we got a load of rushed action scenes, and by the end of it, I felt like I just had sensory overload. But hey, at least they didn't try and force in a big side plot where Mario and Princess Peach fall in love. That would have just tanked this film. Still, in the end, the Super Mario Bros. Movie is bucket loads of fun. It's charming, funny, has great voice acting and great action, and it was definitely worth getting myself hyped up for this. As an avid Mario fan, this is like a milestone in my Mario fandom. This is great. But it did try to cram way too much into its short runtime, and the pacing and characters did suffer as a result. Hopefully we're going to get more Mario films and more from the Nintendo universe. Hopefully it will all connect in a big, fun, epic extravaganza. I just hope that it does learn to slow down a bit and let the characters breathe and not assault me with all of that craziness. I want to see another Mario film, I want to see a Donkey Kong film, and I want to see a Luigi's Mansion film. I just realized that I'm an avid fan of Luigi and I haven't played 1 second of any Luigi's Mansion game. That's like loving Ice Cube so much in NWA but never checking out his solo albums. Nuts. But yeah, I hope we get all of that, and here's something else for an expansive universe. I'm totally up for seeing Sonic and Mario share a universe one day. As long as we get enough development and it's not just a load of crazy action scenes, I'm gonna love it. And then maybe we can get some type of Super Smash Bros. Movie? Oh man. Only time will tell. But for now, I'm gonna give the Super Mario Bros. Movie a 7.5 out of 10. Hell yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoyed all of this as well. This is the first time I've ever done this, and I don't expect to do it again anytime soon. This whole video I've tried out some brand new stuff, but hope you guys enjoy. I wonder what it looks like if I turn off all the other lights. Oh, that looks way better. Oh, why didn't I think to do this in the first place? Damn it. Sorry. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Stay jiggy. The badger appreciates you.